I am here in Atlanta, and I was walking towards this apiary in this park when all of a sudden I stopped in my tracks. Is that how you say it? Stopped my footprints, stopped away. And the discovery of wild native bees on the side of the pathway. Um, and they caught my eye. I saw them like flying around. I was wondering what they were. Then I took a closer look and I was like, oh my gosh, like they're on the ground. Hello. There are some like signs of little bees popping up from the ground because it's springtime. And then the more I looked, the more I realized like there are so many of these bees right here. There's so many piles, and I'll try to give a sense of that in one moment. But before we do that, I also want to show you guys the scene here because I bet you like thousands of people have walked by this colony this week and not even noticed these little bees here. Like they're just probably so under the radar. Um, I want to put a sign here being like, look at these bees. But hey, Frank, how's it going? But yeah, so this is a really busy park in Atlanta. It's really big. Kind of reminds me of Central Park in New York City. I came here to scout it out to see what insects are around because I'm curious about giving in-person entomology tours here. And so I'm scouting it out, and there's not like a lot of understory or like areas that are not trampled by people, which makes it not very hospitable to wildlife. Unfortunately, there's a lot of introduced plants, not a lot of food for wildlife. So I was like, okay, is there any like wildflower garden or some sort of flower garden around here or something like that? That some sort of garden. So then I found the apiary and community garden. I was walking towards it, and then I found um, oh, this is going to Twitch. Cool. It didn't go to Twitch the other day when I was broadcasting. All right. So yeah, I found these little, all these bees. They're called the unequal, according to Seek/iNaturalist, they're called the unequal cellophane bees. They're native and they line their nests underground with polyester, like natural polyester. Bugs did it first, and then we started making synthetic polyester. So, hi, David. Do they still fly? Yes. Hi, Fuzzy Face Dog. How are you doing? I will flip the camera, and you can see. That's how I noticed them. So once again, it's gonna be. I hope I can like show you them. Okay. Okay. So let's see if we can find one that's landed. I think they're definitely making the most of the evening sunlight. So as we saw the other day, like here's an example of the burrows. You can notice them very easily um, because they're a different color from digging the soil, turning the soil. Um, so I don't know if you guys can see, but they're all like, oops, they're all over here, all in this loop here. Maybe you can see them in the sunlight flying around, but there have been some landing. I'll try to see if I can get one for you guys that has landed for a closer look. All right. I'm looking for a sunny spot. Oh, here. Oh, darn, that one just went into the hole. Oh, here's one that's landed. Oh, and it just took off. They're very shy too. In order to be stung by one of these bees, like you'd really have to try hard. All right, where's another one that's landed? Let's see. Yep, Coletidae. That's the cellophane bee group, right? All right, land somebody. Can you guys see them flying around? Let me see what the best angle is for this. All right, let's keep on hunting for one that's landed. Oh, here's one. Sneak up slowly. I can't zoom in, right? There it is. Hi, little bee. And then off it goes. What a coincidence, David. Yeah, interestingly. Yeah, lots of dogs in this park too. yeah, really cute little bees, not gonna hurt anybody. Part of our native pollinator species. And I'm just gonna keep on walking in a circle here, I suppose, to give a sense of, so we can get a sense of how big this cluster is. But I was standing behind that tree to start, and this whole area is just covered. I want you to also notice that this is on higher ground, kind of going along with how they are typically higher up, so that it's good for where there's good drainage. There's not going to be a puddle that forms on in the. Hi everybody. There's not going to be a puddle that forms where all of these nests are, which helps protect them from. Wow, look over here too. The other important thing as well, as I walk through this area to show you all, is that like this doesn't seem to be an area that people really come to and like walk across or like sit on as much, and that's important too, because it was really compact hard soil that would hinder their ability to make their nest. Just see them but not clearly. I'm sorry. Yeah, so once again I will post photos. Oh, here, this one landed. Let's see. No, they're so camera shy. I'm sorry, they're so camera shy. I wish I could just like pause one for you, but I'll keep on looking a little bit more to see if I can find one that is resting and making the most of the waning sunlight. All right. Once again, here's the scene. Very busy bees. They're not around for that long either, which is pretty wild. I don't know how long they're in their. Oh, here's one that landed. I don't know how long they're in their adult form for, but once they're done provisioning their nests for the year, here, um, they they're not active for the whole summer season. They're just up enough to help get the next generation going. Here's my hand for comparison size. Let's see what happens if I touch it. Oh, it flies away. So once again, really harmless little bees, just minding their own beeswax. But I don't think they have beeswax, so they're minding their own business. Okay. Did anyone get an alert from HAPS, or is it broken? Ah! Oh, I'll let Pablo know. On Thursday, I was having trouble because, e.g., these days, don't you usually watch from YouTube? Is that true? Or is it usually HAPS where you tune in? Because on Thursday, it didn't even go over to YouTube. But it seems like today it worked because I got a notification from Twitch about some like streaming sound thing not working. David says you're doing a better job of streaming bees than I managed earlier today. What bees were you streaming? What bees were you streaming earlier today, David? All right, I'm almost done walking around the habitat. Here's the end of the habitat. And some scattered ones here too. But yeah, it's a bustling city in the city. Bustling bee town. Look at the concentration. Like it almost reminds me. You know what this reminds me of? Look at that. It reminds me of the periodical cicadas and all of their little tunnels up from the ground. This one. You're so cute. Sorry, I don't have my macro lens today, you guys. I did not bring it. And I can't zoom, can I? There, now it's kind of in focus. But it's so far away, I'm sorry. Here it is. It's so cute though, my little bee. We're holding hands. I have befriended the bee. No, it's not focusing though. There we go. Let's see if I can just go like this and it'll focus. Nope. But here's our little bee friend, little cellophane bee. So cute. So yeah, very chill bees. Don't worry about them. I'm surprised it's even sitting here for so long. It's probably slowing down with the sun setting. I will bring it to the sunlight so that it gets some last bits of sun um, before the evening. I'm gonna put it on this leaf too. Here's a little bee. Fuzzy legs are packed with stuff. Good question. Um, I think those legs are. I think it's primarily fuzz that we're seeing on the legs. This is a very cooperative subject. I think it's primarily fuzz right now, at least. So sometimes I wonder why, even when there's nothing on them, they look like they have like a different colored pollen on their body. Turrets, hello. Guys, I also noticed another insect, which I may as well show you while we're here. Knock on the door and see if anyone's home. Some sort of ant home. Oh, here they are. Some sort of ant home. But for some reason, like, I'll have to ask Pablo about this. But like my macro functions on my phone when I'm not doing HAPS, like work a lot. They work better than when I'm using HAPS. So I don't know if like HAPS needs to do something special to be able to tap into that. And I don't know if they do have to do something special. Who knows if like how long that might take for it to be installed as a feature. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna keep on walking, you guys. I'll bring you all along for now because I'm walking towards the apiary, and maybe we'll see something interesting over there. I'm already noticing that each of these trees here along the way have an ant home at the base of them. That one does. This one over here does. And this one right here also has an ant hole at the base of it. So I guess each ant kingdom, unless they're connected underground, that I don't know, has claimed their tree here. I will claim mine. Which one shall be my tree? I don't know yet. I will scout. How do they find their home when there's so many holes in the ground? Great question, Frank. Yeah, that's a good question. Some bees will use landmarks to orient themselves. Like they'll use the trees, they'll use those plants that were pumped around. They'll use things like that to orient themselves. When there's a lot near each other and not a huge landmark right next to there, I don't know. Maybe there's some chemicals involved once they get really close to their nest. David says, I don't think HAPS works well with anything but basic lens mode. Yeah. I have to try to use my macro clip too. I just don't have it with me right now. Okay. We made it to the apiary area, but I don't see any bees. So I might just wrap up this broadcast then because I don't see, excuse me, any bees. But here's the community garden. Excuse me. And actually, I'm glad I walked this way because there is some more like understory-ish, like natural area that's not just like really packed down grass. So maybe there's a little bit of habitat here for other things. Okay. What we were looking at earlier were not honeybees. Yeah. Most bees are not honeybees. They definitely could be confused with honeybees, these little cellophane bees. But when you look at them, you'll notice that their abdomen is not that sort of glowy honey color that you'll see with honeybees. Oh, this is a good spot. All right. So now that stay tuned for spring, everybody, and more spontaneous broadcasts as I frolic about and encounter different things. So yeah. So it sounds like David Howden has the same impression where, oh yes, memory, but then also some scent. But yeah, landmarks as well. All right, I'm gonna sign off. Have a great evening / day / night, everybody. Take care and stay tuned for spring. Enjoy all the signs of spring and the as the Earth rotates around in our solar system. All right, cheers.